the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with OP Racing Grand National Series as they present the WOW Video Tours 175. It is the final night of the regular season, and a few drivers are going to seal the deal and get into playoff contention. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I am your host. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and qualifying has gotten underway. One of those drivers who, if he takes the green flag, will lock himself into playoff contention is the 53 of Dave Hunt. And Dave Hunt going to post a time good enough for 5th place right now as qualifying has gotten underway. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia also posting a time of 51.95, currently in second. And JD Crow in the 5 machine has that top spot with a 51.95. The 04 of Mark Mann making the way around the speedway, and that 04 Wrangler Silverado. 3 races on tap for our trucks, and this is the first of the 3 in this series, and it is the final race of the regular season. Mark Mann in the 04 down on that yellow line. David Overstreet in the 46 moves into 5th place with a 51.98. Mark Mann posting a time at a 52.01. Adam Evans in the 25 making his way out of pit road and onto the speedway. The 63 of Logan Helton gonna flash across the start finish line and begin his first time lap. Logan Helton, a driver who, if he takes the green flag here tonight, will lock himself into playoff contention. So Dave Hunt and Logan Helton just need to take the green flag, and they will be part of our 16 driver field as we roll into the playoffs. Hunter Reynolds in the 26. He is on the clock and heading through turns 1 and 2. Hunter Reynolds comes into tonight 44 points below the cutoff line. The 47 machine of Richard Kuhn just up ahead of Hunter Reynolds as Reynolds shuts it down. Logan Helton moves into 2nd place with that qualifying effort. So the 63 right now on the front row as he finds a little bit of a jump there. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 moves into 4th place with a 51.96. Shane Posey in the 83. He is a driver that cannot get in on points. Posey has met the minimum race requirement, but he is in desperate need of a win to be one of our 16 drivers. The 27 of Sean Stevens, our race patron here tonight, as he begins his qualifying effort. He is now on the clock in that 27 WOW Video Tours Silverado. So the 27 making his way around the speedway. Bob Lacavera in the 11. Also on the clock as well. The 33 of Jeff Crosby. Gonna flash across the start finish line there as he begins his first time lap. Crosby out of Indianapolis, Indiana on the throttle. Sean Stevens moves up into second place with his qualifying time of a 51.94. Lacavera in the 11 coming off of turn number 4 and heading for the start finish line. We'll see what kind of time this 11 machine can post as Lacavera ends up in 13th place with a 52.01. So the 33 of Crosby, the only car on track for the moment for qualifying, drops down below the yellow line to shorten up that tri-oval as much as possible. And the 33 of Crosby moves up into third with an excellent qualifying time of 51.95. So as the track goes quiet, we'll take a moment and go over just some of the drivers who are in need of a win. Jared Forbes, one of those drivers. Shane Posey in the 83. Those two are here tonight. Shane Posey currently sitting in 17th in qualifying. Jared Forbes in the 73 has not come out to turn a lap just yet. Logan Helton and Dave Hunt need to have their computers running without an issue for about the next minute 23 seconds and then add in grid time, because all they gotta do is take the green flag and they lock themselves in. Already into playoff contention, Jeff Crosby in the 33 with the 2 wins he has so far. Anthony English, Sean Stevens, Zach Fritsch, Chris McCullough, Jimmy Reynolds, Ken McCullough, Rick Seabrands, JD Crow. They are locked in. Mark Mann and Peter DeBorgia are locked in on points as they are 114 points to the good from that cutoff line. So they are locked in on points and have met the minimum race requirement. Zach Workman will lock himself in on points as long as there are less than 33 cars or trucks that start in this field here tonight. So with all that being said, guys, we are going to step away from the microphone and go to the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are taking to the grid for the final race of the regular season. This one being the WOW Video Tours 175 presented by Sean Stevens. There's a link down below in the broadcast description if you would like to check out his WOW Video Tours website. It is pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. There's some really neat things on that WOW Video Tours. Some very cool videos of the houses that they are trying to post up for sale. If you have a chance, make sure you stop by and check it out. That link is down below in the broadcast. So let's take a moment now and roll right into our starting lineup for this one here tonight. JD Crow on pole with a 51.94 on his outside will be Sean Stevens in the 27. Row number 2, Jeff Crosby in the 33 and Logan Helton in the 63. Row 3, Peter DeBorgia in the 40 and Adam Evans in the 25. Row number 4, Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 and Richard Kuhn in the 47. Row number 5, Zach Fritsch in the 12 and David Overstreet in the 46. Dave Hunt and Rick Seabrands make up row number 6. Row 7 will be the 04 of Mark Mann and the 11 of Bob Lacavera. Row 8, Randall Cobb in the 52 and the 091 of Zach Workman. Row number 9, Shane Posey in the 83 and Daniel Holloway in the 21. Row 10, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 and on his outside, it's the 42 of Anthony English. Row number 11, John Mankowski in the 93 and Chris McCullough in the 60. Row 12, Ken McCullough and Andrew Schroeder. And in our last few rows here tonight, Andy Brigante in the 013 and Jared Forbes. Ricky Kuhn in the 41 and Joshua Gaithright in the 091. Anthony English and Joshua Gaithright have missed the call to the grid, but the pace car is in and the green flag is out and we are underway for our 175-mile race here tonight as the field rushes up into turn number 1. Sean Stevens has his nose out in front of the 5 of JD Crow. Continues to run on that high side, does not drop down to the yellow line, so stays working with the 63 of Logan Helton. And with that being said, and the green flag coming out, Logan Helton and Dave Hunt are locked into playoff contention. That is going to give us 3 drivers as things stand right now who are going to get in on points. JD Crow battles back on the inside. Sean Stevens going to lead that lap in the 27 machine. Points not mattering too much to the 27 of Sean Stevens as he was already locked in along with JD Crow. But why not go for that win either way and kind of start building some momentum as we head off into the playoffs next week. I want to take a moment and thank all of you guys for joining in on YouTube and checking in the chat room. Appreciate it very much. Hello, Miss Mara, Nathan Grounds, and Mr. JD Crow. If you guys can remember or keep it in mind, live chat replay will display to your drivers when they come back and watch this broadcast. Some of them are watching it while we race. But reading the chat probably going to be a little bit hard for him. But yeah, so if you want to say something, let them know you're cheering for him. You can talk to him, yell at him, type in all caps, I don't care. But get excited for your drivers here tonight as JD Crow continuing to stay down on that yellow line. The 33 of Jeff Crosby pushing very hard on him. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, turning the fastest lap of the race at a 47.58. Reynolds right now in 10th spot. Kind of mired in the pack here just a little bit. But the 26 hooked up with the 91 of Zach Workman. Anthony English and Joshua Gaithright have joined the race. They are working together, but they did start from pit lane, and they do find themselves almost half a lap behind the field. 22.9 seconds behind our race leader. So the 42 and the 089 from pit lane have made it. That will give us 28 cars starting here tonight. With that being said, Zach Workman locks himself in through points alone because he will be able to earn enough points even if he finishes in 28th spot, be one of our 16 drivers. Jared Forbes in the 73, fastest lap that time around at a 47.09. John Stevens slides down to the inside through the tri-oval as he leads that lap. We begin lap 6 of 70. Our stage coming at the halfway point here tonight. Only one stage caution. That is at the completion of lap 35. Maxine Grimes chiming in. David Booth here as well. Thank you very much, guys, for stopping by and saying hello. Adam Evans in the 25, now leading the charge in the second lane. Logan Helton in the 63, down on the bottom, pulling ahead with Sean Stevens in the 27, pushing on him. We go off the nose of the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Crosby celebrating Veterans Day with a very patriotic paint scheme. Right now he is the fourth car on the inside line. Now make it the fifth car as Adams drops down to the inside and Crosby moves up to the high side. Tucked in tight behind the 12 of Zach Fritsch. .48 of Andrew Schroeder finds himself in 26th spot right now behind the 52 of Randall Cobb. Mark Mann in the 04 has fallen to the back of the pack for the moment. He is going to slide in behind the 48 of Schroeder. Another driver who qualified well but has pulled to the rear. That is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. And he is looking to hang out at the back. DeBorgia, one of the drivers who has locked himself in on points alone. As the battle at the front of the field has heated up just a little bit. Adam Evans in the 25 and Logan Helton running side by side, going at it for that race lead. Sean Stevens in the 27, staying committed to the back bumper of the 63 of Logan Helton. Bob in YouTube chat wants to know if we are expecting the big one. My response is absolutely. We're here at a Superspeedway. First place to 26th place, currently separated by 2.8 seconds. So they are all crammed in there, all doing 180 to 190 miles an hour as Adam Evans slices down in front of the 63. Second lane falling apart here and falling back very quickly as we begin lap 11 of 70. Green flag pit stops starting to loom on the horizon, so drivers forming up on that inside line to try and get a good entry on the pit road. But when they decide to hit that pit lane, well, not 100% sure. I just know they can get about 15 to 17 laps on fuel. And OP Racing, per the rules, unless you absolutely have to, you are not allowed to pit from the second lane. So before green flag pit stops roll out, let's take a look at our championship contenders as they come into tonight. The ones in green have locked themselves in previously before the start of this race, but as soon as the green flag as soon as we dropped the green flag, Logan Helton and Dave Hunt locked themselves in by meeting that 8 race minimum requirement, and Zach Workman locked himself in as well, as we are starting to see the 63 peel off for pit road. JD Crow gonna join him. So too does Daniel Holloway, Bob Lacavera, Rick Seabrands, Richard Kuhn, and Mark Mann all hit pit road. So now, with that being said, just 2 spots remain for our 16 driver playoff field. Randall Cobb and Richard Kuhn in the 47 came into tonight above the cutoff line. David Overstreet in the 46 and Hunter Reynolds in the 26 in desperate need of an excellent points haul or a win. Shane Posey and Jared Forbes must win. They cannot acquire enough points to put themselves into playoff contention. As a few more drivers peel off for pit road. Adam Evans continuing to lead in the 25. He has not made that break for pit lane. JD Crow in the 5, winning the race off of pit road. Anthony English and Joshua Gaithright going to make their time to hit pit lane. The JD Crow has the 63 of Logan Helton on his back bumper. These guys have formed up. Now they're going to try and make their way past everyone who has just made their way off of pit lane. Zach Fritsch and Zach Workman have not yet made their pit stop as JD Crow keeps working his way forward. The 04 of Mark Mann, already 1 lap down. He has made his pit stop. Mark Mann had a long time on pit road getting into trouble trying to hit pit lane. So that has put him behind here just a little bit. So here comes the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 91 of Zach Workman as they hit pit lane. The 33 of Jeff Crosby going to peel off for pit road as well, and this will complete our green flag pit stop cycle. So that will hand the lead to the 27 and the 5 as they come off of turn number 4. JD Crow in the 5 does clear the 27 of Sean Stevens, slides down in front. Zach Fritsch and Zach Workman trying to hustle their race trucks up to speed. They are going to get passed quite handedly by the field. Now they find a space to slide up and rejoin this race. Logan Helton in the 63. Down on the yellow line, Daniel Holloway in the 21. On his outside. Daniel Holloway in the 21 has met the minimum race requirements. He enters tonight all the way down in the 28th spot in the point standings. I do believe if he can get a win, that will lock him in, and it will push out one of our 2 available spots, as we got a crash on the backstretch. Overstreet involved in the 46. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, the 52 of Randall Cobb getting a piece of it as well. So yellow flag coming out down the backstretch. David Overstreet in the 46, Randall Cobb in the 52, working the second lane. A bump coming off of turn number 2 puts Shane Posey, Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, all of them getting a piece of it. Riding on board with the 46 for our first caution of the night. On board with the 52 of Randall Cobb. As he goes for a little bit of a spin. This is some minor contact, but enough to pop the engine on the 46. Only one fast repair available to our drivers here tonight. They make their way onto pit road, where I believe the last time here in stage number 1, everyone coming down pit lane. This caution flag going to help out Joshua Gaithright and Anthony English, as they did start from pit lane. We're struggling to catch up to the field, and Logan Helton in the 63, very fast pit stop, down and away. He is going to win the race off of pit road. We'll take a look at our drivers who have won stages so far this season. Hunter Reynolds with 3 stage wins. Peter DeBorgia having 2. Tyler Miller with 2. Zach Workman having 2 as well. Then Anthony English, Rodney Cobb, Les Levy, Mark Mann, and Chris McCullough, all with 1 stage win so far this season. Only 1 truck not on the lead lap. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. As Logan Helton going to peel off for pit road, top off the fuel tank, and make sure he's got enough to get to the end of the stage. That will give the lead to the 60 of Chris McCullough, as the lights have gone out on the pace truck. So the 60 of Chris McCullough, the 53 of Dave Hunt on the front row for this restart. The 41 of Ricky Kuhn on the inside of row 2. The 91 of Zach Workman on his outside. And then the 11 of Bob Lacavera. Our 5th car. Everyone else had come down pit road to top off their fuel tanks, and some violence towards the blue cone. I believe that was Logan Helton. And if you guys have watched any of my broadcasts, you know my disdain for the blue cone. All right, so the pace truck going to get out of the way. Chris McCullough in the 60, going to take control of this field. And the green flag is back out, and away we go once again. The 60 on the throttle, trying to shift through that gearbox cleanly, quickly, and efficiently. Ricky Kuhn in the 41 going to get a good shove to him. Bob Lacavera is falling back a little bit here as the 91 of Zach Workman moved down to the inside. McCullough in the 60 jumps up to the second lane. That's going to give the 41 of Ricky Kuhn clean air, and he is going to take full advantage of it as the 41 surges ahead down the backstretch. So 28 cars on track, 27 on the lead lap. Crosby in the 33, the only truck 1 lap down. The 47 of Richard Kuhn has lost the pack here, and he is running all by himself. Kuhn in need of a caution to get back into this one, and Jeff Crosby needs a caution to get back on the lead lap. So 2 drivers hoping for that caution. 73 of Jared Forbes, one of our drivers, who is in a must-win situation here tonight. Right now he finds himself in 17th spot to the outside of the 33 of Crosby. As the field makes its way down the back stretch, the 60 of Chris McCullough just ahead of the 41 of Ricky Kuhn. Dave Hunt in the 53 in that second lane. Bob Lacavera in the 11 right behind him. Then it's the 93 of John Mankowski. Shane Posey in the 83, a driver who must win, cannot earn enough points to get into our playoff contention. So we'll keep a sharp eye on Posey in the 83. JD Crow in the 5, trying to close up on the back bumper of Andy Brigante as Jeff Crosby slides down in front of the 5 of JD Crow. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds was behind the 5. Now he's moved up into the second lane. Reynolds trying to get to the back bumper of the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Father and son drivers. Jimmy the father, Hunter the son. Those two hook up quite often, and when they do, they can work some magic from time to time, as Jared Forbes in the 73 up in the third lane, dropping back a little bit here. The 46 of David Overstreet had to burn a fast repair to get that engine fixed. Has to take extra care as he is out of backup vehicles. But McCullough in that red, white, and blue HendrickCars.com. That truck is leading this race. Daniel Holloway in the 21 drops down below the yellow line. Holloway looking for a spot to blend in, does get back above the yellow line as Jimmy Reynolds moved up to the top side. Reynolds going to get by him easily. Slides back down. Holloway in the 21, peeling off for pit road. Rick Seabrams, JD Crow, and Mark Mann all making pit stops. As we go on board the Convergent number 11 of Bob Lacavera. Embry Riddle, 53. Dave Hunt just ahead of the 11. A little push down the back stretch, going to send that 53 as the 41 almost got into him. Very close racing right there, but no contact made. Holloway, Seabrams, Mark Mann have all made it off of pit road along with JD Crow. JD Crow, however, a little bit slower on his pit stop. As we got contact, Shane Posey up into the wall in the 83. No caution, but a big smack into the outside wall for Shane Posey. As we're nearing the end of this stage, that right front is crumpled pretty good, and he continues to fall back. And now the caution flag is coming out as Dave Hunt in the 53 has had an issue coming off of turn number 4. Andrew Schroeder involved, Jimmy Reynolds getting a piece of it. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. There's a big chunk of net code by the 53. Bob Lacavera involved. John Mankowski. Jimmy Reynolds gets a piece of it. Andrew Schroeder gets turned. So our second caution flag coming out for the night. On board with Anthony English, you can see the crash happening coming off of turn number 4. Heavy contact with Randall Cobb there, and Schroeder just being pinballed. So the 60 of Chris McCullough electing to stay out. Zach Workman going to stay out as well. Adam Evans stays out. Ken McCullough, Sean Stevens, Hunter Reynolds, Zach Fritsch, David Overstreet, Randall Cobb, Anthony English. Bunch of drivers staying out. About half the field pitted. The other half going to try and stretch their fuel. As caution was the break that the 33 needed. Jeff Crosby going to get back on the lead lap. So Crosby going to head for pit lane. That caution also helped out the 83 of Shane Posey, who had some pretty big damage to his right front and was falling back very quickly, but he is on pit road. That crew trying to hammer out some damage, trying to keep him competitive. Posey, a driver in a must-win situation if he would like to be one of our 16 playoff contenders. Our second caution here in stage number 1 about to come to an end as the lights go out on the pace truck. Going to be a quick sprint to the end of the stage. Our one and only stage caution coming out at the completion of lap 35. So the 60 of Chris McCullough on the inside for this restart. Zach Workman in the 91 on his outside. Row number 2 going to be the 25 of Adam Evans and the 03 of Ken McCullough. Row 3 will be the 27 of Sean Stevens, and then it's the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, making up your first 3 rows for this restart. So as the field makes its way off of turn number 4, the pace truck going to head for pit lane. Chris McCullough assumes control of the field as the green flag comes out. We get to the end of this stage. Shane Posey in the 83 has gone behind the wall His night is done. His hopes for playoff contention are up and over with. So a tough break for the 83 of Shane Posey, as he is our first car out of the race here tonight. Zach Workman in the 91 takes over the race lead, slides down to the inside. Ken McCullough in the 03. That black Roadrunner machine in the second lane, trying to pick up a stage win here. And I have 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. Side by side they run, the 91 getting a bump from the 60 of McCullough. Off into turn number 1 goes Workman, almost slid up into the 03 of McCullough. They keep it off of each other for the moment. Contact off of turn number 2. The field stacking up. So far, everyone stays straight and we stay green. How the field survived that one, I don't know, but we're coming to the one to go for stage number 1. 3 wide, Ken McCullough in the 60. David Overstreet in the 46 gets shuffled to the outside lane. Nobody up there with him. Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Gonna get one more time around here in stage 1. Ken McCullough down on the inside. Now Chris McCullough in the 60 is the one shuffled out. He's fallen back in that third lane. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 jumps up. Now we're going to go 3 wide racing. Zach Fritsch in the 12 goes off track. He has got to get it slowed down. Very tight racing. The 42 of Anthony English, who started from pit road, going to make contact with Peter DeBorgia. Ken McCullough gets involved. Dave Hunt going up and over. Big pile up into the corner, and Hunter Reynolds in the 26 is going to win stage number 1. But a big stack up coming off of turn number 4. And let's get into this big crash off the corner. Several cars involved in this one. The question was, will we have the big one? Well, there's your answer. Dave Hunt goes airborne tumbling, lands on all fours, is able to keep it going and get himself back up in the line. Adam Evans able to squeeze through. One last look at this one. JD Crow almost got through it. As the field makes its way onto pit lane, '26 of Hunter Reynolds hits his pit box. Everyone else coming down pit road as well. Zach Workman in the 91 wins the race off of pit road. Hunter Reynolds down and away, and let's take a moment and talk to our stage 1 winner. That is the driver of the 26. Hunter, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, I do. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fine. Probably not as good as you pick up a stage win here. And man, a wild finish to stage 1.
Yeah, can't complain about the outcome of that. Pretty happy we got the stage win there. Felt like we were racing, you'd think we'd racing for the end of the race. Moves being made, you know, everybody shuffling and pushing hard, and definitely a sign to come, I think, for the end of this thing. It's going to be pretty exciting.
All right, Hunter, well, you come into tonight 44 points below the cutoff line. You need to win stage 1 and the race to hopefully gain enough points. Anything could happen still. What's it going to take for you to be one of our 16 drivers here in the playoffs?
Well, gonna need some luck for sure. Definitely crazy out here. Trucks are wobbly. I'm gonna need a good pit stop here. Got 2 more, I think, left, and just some good execution.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yep, like to thank the boys who run with tonight. My dad, Adam, and Peter. Like to thank everybody watching, the family, friends. Like to thank you, been a booth, KR, all the league admins, and everybody else watching. We appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win here in stage 1. Good luck in the rest of the race.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Hunter Reynolds in the 26, your stage 1 winner. So with this big stack up, as they were coming to the end of the stage, it has thrown quite a few cars down a lap as they sat on pit road trying to fix some of the damage. So once everyone gets sorted out, timing and scoring catches up. Looks like we're going to restart with 24 cars on the lead lap, 27 trucks still in this race. Ricky Kuhn in the 41. First truck 1 lap down. JD Crow 2 laps down. Ken McCullough in 27th, also 2 laps down. Shane Posey out of this race. We started 28 trucks, 27 still out on track as we begin our second and final stage of the night. Pace truck out of the way, green flag flying. Andrew Schroeder and Hunter Reynolds on the front row for that restart. Andy Brigante trying to get to the back bumper of the 26. Meanwhile, Adam Evans pushing hard on Andrew Schroeder. Schroeder in the 48. Pulling ahead just a little bit, but watch for that 26 to make up some lost ground down the back stretch. Dave Hunt in the 53, one of the drivers involved in that big crash coming off of turn number 4 for the end of the stage. Got his truck repaired. Now finds himself inside the top 5, so good recovery there. We will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered should we need them at the end of this race. And the way it sounded from Hunter Reynolds, we might end up using both of them. Randall Cobb in the 52. Cobb came into tonight 35 points above the cutoff line. And he has already been involved in a couple dust-ups. That truck well off the pace. He has got to stay out there and try and hold on to as many points as he can to get in one of our 2 available spots here in the rest of this race. As we begin lap 43 of 70, Adam Evans and Hunter Reynolds, teammates here tonight. I did air quotes, as you all can see me doing air quotes. The 25 and the 26 are teammates here tonight. Our teams are very loose here on Wednesday night. Anyone can be wherever they want. A little bit different from Monday night's format, where there are only 5 drivers allowed in a team. Those teams are set. But here on Wednesday night, everyone can hook up with whoever they want, swap some racing stories, and I'm sure that the old adage stays true: the older you get, the faster you were. So as Adam Evans in the 25 makes his way down the back stretch with the race lead, Hunter staying glued to his back bumper. If Adam Evans can win this race, that will take and put him into playoff contention. We'll push one of our drivers who's trying to get in on points out. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 leading the second lane. He's fallen back just a little bit, surging ahead down the back stretch. That second lane really comes on strong in the straightaways. The inside lane has the advantage through the corners. We're going to go and scatter in the mid pack just a little bit. John Mankowski in the 93, tucked in tight behind the 60, Chris McCullough. Sean Stevens in the 27, right behind them. This Wow Video Tours 27 machine already has locked himself into playoff contention. Ooh, contact. Chris McCullough and John Mankowski. A little bit of a bad bump there, but the 60 is able to hold on to a good save by McCullough. McCullough falls back a little bit, tucks in behind the 46 of David Overstreet. Jeff Crosby in the 33, who had to use a free pass earlier, got back on the lead lap, and Crosby now finds himself inside the top 10, just inside, as right now he has scored in 10th spot. Zach Fritsch in the 12 after his little adventure through the grass finds himself in 9th place behind 5 of JD Crow. JD Crow the second truck, 1 lap down. Ricky Kuhn currently holds the spot as the first car 1 lap down, as we're going to get 23 laps to go. Big trouble in turns 1 and 2. Jeff Crosby trying to hold on to it. As the yellow flag is going to come out, the 33 got turned sideways. Take another look at this one. Trouble up ahead in 3 and 4. To Crosby in the 33, I believe reacting to Daniel Holloway in the 21, getting a little bit out of shape. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Holloway in the 21. He's behind the 91 of Zach Workman. Going to turns 3 and 4. I maybe back that up just a little too much. Let's see if we can figure out here what exactly happened to the 21. Andy Regante and Bob Lacavera make contact up ahead. Take one last look at this as the field makes its way onto pit road. So some tight, close quarters racing. Bringing out the caution as the field does hit pit lane. Adam Evans leads that group of drivers onto pit road. Evans going to retain the lead as he wins the race off of pit lane. Contact at pit exit. Zach Workman involved. One car pointed the wrong way. Crosby in the 33 having all sorts of troubles here in the last 2 laps. Now he collects the 42 of Anthony English. English gets rolling. Crosby still trying to hit his pit stall. And finally makes it into his pit lane. When things go south, apparently they go south very quickly for the 33 of Crosby. Unfortunately, he collected the 42 of Anthony English as well. .25 trucks on the lead lap as the lights go out on our pace truck. Ken McCullough in the 03 going to take a wave around. That will put him just 1 lap down as we have 20 laps to go. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 and Adam Evans in the 25. Adam Evans selecting the outside lane for this restart. Bob Lacavera, Andrew Schroeder for row number 2. Then it'll be single file from there on back as everyone else came back down pit road to top off their fuel tanks. So with this caution coming to a close, we're going to get ready to fire them off once again here in the final race of the regular season. The WOW Video Tours 175. If you'd like to check out that website, there's a link provided in YouTube chat. And it is also down below in the broadcast description as the pace truck peels off. Green flag is back out. The 26 and the 25 get back to the throttle at almost the same time. Logan Helton and JD Crow working that third lane. Logan Helton in the 63, trying to work his way forward. He's got a full head of steam. The 5 of JD Crow finds himself 2 laps down. That doesn't mean he's out of this race just yet, so he is pushing hard on the 63. Peter DeBoer just slides up a little bit, and JD Crow reacts, scrubs the wall, but keeps it straight. That third lane falls apart because of it. And Adam Evans in the 25. Now out in front when no one to his outside, so he's got a moment to take a breather. As if that caution wasn't enough of a chance to catch your breath. Joshua Gaithright in the 089. And Jeff Crosby in the 33 back at the back of this pack here. Ken McCullough in the 03, who took the wave around, finds himself 1 lap down. McCullough, the only truck 1 lap down, as McCullough is going to head for pit lane for what could be his final pit stop of the night. So McCullough pulls onto pit road while Logan Helton in the 63, JD Crow, Chris McCullough try and make it 3 wide. McCullough thinks better of it, slides down into the second lane. But Helton and Crow stay up in that third lane down the backstretch. Again, JD Crow scrubbing that wall, losing some speed, but is able to hold on to it. Doesn't have room to slide down just yet behind the 60 of McCullough, but gonna find that spot and tucks in behind him. As the 25, the 26, and the 11 running 1, 2, and 3, that's Adam Evans, Hunter Reynolds, and Bob Lacavera. Anthony English in the 42, sitting on pit road, being serviced by his pit crew. The 53 of Dave Hunt has pulled on to pit road as well. And it looks like Dave Hunt on pit lane for a dropped connection. We'll see if he's going to try and get back out there, but with him taking the green flag here tonight, that does lock him into playoff contention. And now that he has lost that connection, there may not be a whole lot more for him to gain by trying to get back out there. .52 of Randall Cobb has been involved in a couple of dust-ups and is trying to get in on points. That truck beat up and banged up. At one point, he was circling around this 2.5 mile Daytona Superspeedway by himself, but he never gave up. This is why you don't give up till the race is over. He is back into the thick of things. Just needs a decent points night here. I believe he'll be able to lock himself in on points. Zach Fritsch, Jeff Crosby, and Zach Workman all on pit road. Trouble at the front. Logan Helton, Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds go around. John Mankowski involved. Chris McCullough in the 60 gets a piece of it as well. And the yellow flag is going to come out. Take a look at this. Jimmy Reynolds, hard impact to the inside wall. Or outside wall, I apologize. John Mankowski in the 93, sliding down to the inside wall. See if we can take a look at this one and figure out what happened. Looked like a bad bump from the 17 on the 63, upsetting that contact patch with the 4 tires for Logan Helton. Holloway getting a piece of it as well. Everyone's scrambling behind them, trying to find a way through the quickly closing gap. Zach Fritsch, Zach Workman, and Jeff Crosby were all on pit road when that caution came out. And they have assumed first, second, and third because of that. The 03 of Ken McCullough going to get back on the lead lap from 2 laps down. So McCullough taking full advantage of some cautions here. And he also hit pit road at the right time. Now he'll get to hit pit lane, a very empty pit lane. This last caution is going to add 2 more trucks out of this race. John Mankowski has gone behind the wall in the 93, and Chris McCullough in the 60 is going to join him as well. Violence towards the blue cone. Zach Workman going out of his way to express his rage towards the silly blue cone. I dig it. I like it. I love it. Let's get some more of it. Think he's brave enough to do it under green flag? I don't know. Maybe not. Logan Helton in the 63 has gone behind the walls. So too has the 41 of Ricky Kuhn. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 still sitting on pit road. The hood is up on that race truck as they try and work on it. Randall Cobb and Peter DeBorgia also has their crews working furiously to try and get their trucks back into this race. Randall Cobb did not need to have a DNF. He needed a good points haul here tonight to help secure himself, but we're going to see how things play out as Silverado gets out of the way. Zach Fritsch and Zach Workman pick up the pace once again. And we head off into turns 1 and 2. Riding on board with the Yeti Coolers number 4 machine of Rick Seabrand. He is tucked in behind the 46 of David Overstreet. Everyone trying to get up to speed as they make their way off of turn 2. A lot of shaking and baking going on as everyone's trying to find the best lane for them. 10 laps to go in this race. Zach Fritsch in the 12 down on the bottom. Adam Evans in the 25 on the top side. "28 cars, 28 trucks started the race here tonight. Just 18 trucks out on track. Make it 19 as Dave Hunt has rejoined the race in the 53. Dave Hunt, multiple laps down, but he has rejoined the race after losing connection for looks about like 8 laps. Trouble in the tri-oval. Adam Evans going to hold on to it, but Mark Mann into the wall. Jeff Crosby all over the place. They are scattering, trying to keep their truck straight, but the yellow is going to come out. And we will slow this field down once again. Big stack up on that one. Somehow everyone kept that one straight, but good call on the caution. Very quick to call that caution there, as that looked like it was going to be a wild one. That is trouble that started in the tri-oval. Everyone trying to scatter around it. So your WOW Video Tours 175 back under caution. Adam Evans in the 25, still holding on to the race lead. JD Crow in the 5 was the first truck one lap down, looking to see if he was able to get through that crash cleanly, if he's going to receive the free pass, as he does start accelerating. So JD Crow gonna get one of his laps back. Jeff Crosby, Mark Mann, and Zach Workman all sitting on pit road. The jack drops on Zach Workman. He starts to make his way off a pit lane. Crosby and Mark Mann still being serviced by their pit crew. Gonna get the green flag with 4 laps to go in the WOW Video Tours 175. Tonight's race is brought to you by Sean Stevens and his WOW Video Tours website. Lights go out on the Silverado. Field gonna stack up side by side and 2 by 2 and A pillar to B pillar to C pillar and side panel to side panel, wheel to wheel, whatever you want to say. Randall Cobb in the 52 has been able to rejoin the race. His team got that truck as repaired as they can. He is down and away, but 6 laps off the pace. Randall Cobb in the 52 right now in 19th. May not have a shot at getting any better points than that as the green flag comes back out. Adam Evans in the 25 onto the throttle. Zach Fritsch in the 12 not able to stay to his outside. Daniel Holloway in the 21 already pushing that 25 to the race lead, getting some separation there as we have 4 laps to go. Oh, and Adam Evans goes for a ride. Now the 12 of Zach Fritsch is out of control. Big trouble down the backstretch. And the caution flag coming out as the 11 of Bob Lacavera gets involved. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 gets involved. And the yellow flag flies once again. Fritsch was sideways in front of the 11 of Bob Lacavera, struggling to make it through. Just not able to. On board with the 47 of Richard Kuhn for that shot. Mark Mann in the 04 able to pick his way through that one cleanly. A lot of trucks getting banged up here. So with the pace truck picking up our race leader, it is now the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Adam Evans did a heck of a job getting that truck back under his control. Unfortunately, in the process, losing the race lead. We go into our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. JD Crow in the 5 is going to get back on the lead lap using 2 free passes in a row. Going to have a shot at winning this race now. So Daniel Holloway, your race leader. Adam Evans in second. Andrew Schroeder in third. And Liberty Fires checking in on YouTube chat. Liberty asking all the important questions. Wants to know if I prefer trucks, cars, or other for racing. And for that, I'm going to have to ask for clarification. I myself am a dirt racer, and I prefer dirt on iRacing. But if you are talking for a Superspeedway series, I have not been out in any of these new builds on a Superspeedway, so I cannot accurately answer that question. But I will tell you that I preferred the trucks back in 2015 over anything else. Those things were a blast in 2015 to drive at a super speedway. There was just something about it I had figured out. I could start dead last and come away with a win. I did it multiple times in an official series for iRacing. And then ever since then, the super speedways have evaded me. I've lost my touch since I picked up a microphone in all forms of racing on iRacing. If you're talking real life racing, I'm having a blast driving my micro sprint in real life. But I would love to be behind the wheel of a full-blown World Outlaws sprint car. There is just nothing in the United States that compares to it. Formula One, even though it does come to the States, it's not a very big following as some of the other stuff, but Formula One is growing back on Americans, and happy to see it grow. But man, nothing beats World Outlaws sprint car. As the green flag comes out, our first attempt of a green-white checker. Daniel Holloway in the 21, going to get away cleanly. Jared Forbes in the 73, one of our drivers who is in a must-win situation, putting himself in position to win, but he is going to get turned. Daniel Holloway gets turned, and another big stack up, and Mark Mann in the 04 somehow squeezed through that one. Take a look at this from Mark Mann as we get the green flag. Holloway and Adam Evans get a little bit crossed up going into turn one, and Mark Mann able to ghost through So the caution flag comes out once again. We're going to have another attempt at a green-white checkered. And the luckiest driver of everyone in that pileup is the 04 Mark Mann. The next luckiest driver could very well be the 73 of Jared Forbes. We're going to take a look at our points coming into this race. Now, none of this has been updated since the start of the race. Logan Helton and Dave Hunt locking themselves in, along with Zach Workman. Randall Cobb was 35 points to the good. Randall Cobb finding himself in 17th place right now. He is still out on track, but he has gone down several laps while he tried to work on that race car. The 47 of Richard Kuhn has now found himself on pit road, getting caught up in one of our more recent dust-ups. Randall Cobb in the 52 going to get one of his laps back. Shane Posey in the 83 was in a must-win situation. Shane Posey, the first truck to drop out of this race, negating any shot he had at winning the race. And now the 73 of Jared Forbes, going to have a green-white checkered attempt, cannot earn enough points to make it into the playoffs, but a win will get him in. And that truck is beat up and banged up, but he is not the only one that is beat up. Jared Forbes very well could have a shot at winning this race in a must-win situation for him and put himself as one of the 16 drivers to make it into the playoffs. Started 28 trucks here tonight, and it has been a rough and wild race. As right now 12 trucks are on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby and Richard Kuhn sitting on pit road. Crosby already had locked himself into playoff contention. Richard Kuhn in the 47, needing a decent points night. Right now he is scored in 14th spot. And as he sits on pit road, could be in danger of finishing in 15th place. Maybe even 16th if Randall Cobb can get, it's going to depend on Richard Kuhn is pitted. If Richard Kuhn is pitted past the start finish line, then Randall Cobb may not get by him. Here we go. Pace truck down and away. Green flag is out. Our final attempt at a green-white checkered. Jared Forbes in the 73 trying to get going. Can't get it spin up fast enough. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 going to pull away. Everybody stuck behind the 73 looking for some room to run. That 04 Mark Mann has a clean nose. He's going to move up to the second lane. Here comes Zach Workman in the 91. Workman in on points alone already, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to win the race here tonight. Close racing down the backstretch. Workman has the race lead. Here's the 04 Mark Mann after he was able to go through and come out of that last caution without a scratch. Workman trying to make his truck very wide. They're coming off of turn number 4. going to get the white flag this time. Workman slides down to the inside, and here is the 5 of JD Crow, who was 2 laps down, took 2 waiver rounds in a row. Now he finds himself battling for the race win. Rick Seabrands in the 4, working with Markman in the 0-4. They're going to try and get a run down the backstretch. Workman stays down in the inside for the moment, thinking about drifting up, but doesn't quite do it just yet. As they make their way down the backstretch, the field all having to find out where they want to run as they come through 3 and 4 for the final time. Workman looking for his first win of the season, gonna come off of turn number 4. Does Markman have the momentum? And at the line, it is going to be the 91 of Zach Workman, and he is gonna pay the price for it as he gets shot into the air. Zach Workman winning the race here tonight as they all scatter crossing the start-finish line. Let's take another look at this finish. Holy smokes, was that a heck of a finish. And JD Crow in the 5 going to end up in 3rd. Mark Mann finishing in 2nd. So let's get our post-race show fired off, and let's begin by talking to our race winner, the driver of the 91. That is Zach Workman. Zach, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh my God, I did not expect at all tonight. We were in about every caution. I don't know how I lucked my way through, and then at the end, Mark got me on Saturday. I wasn't gonna have him get another one for me, so I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
Well, man, you pull off the race win here tonight, your first one of the season. You are already locked yourself into playoff contention by points, but this is, a good win in the final race of the regular season, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, we came with one goal tonight, and we went out and achieved it. I just people that were in my chat tonight: Zach Fritsch, Jeff Crosby, David Overstreet, and Shane Posey. Couldn't do without them, but yeah, I know we were good on points. I mean, we would have to have an insane scenario where we had 43 cars. I finished last and stuff to get pointed out. So I knew we were good on points. So I just went out for the win tonight, and I just can't believe we got it. I am speechless.
So speechless that you're able to give a post-race interview, huh?
Yeah, I'm just rambling now. So just all mumble jumble, but yeah.
Well, man, congratulations. An outstanding finish there. And you had to get around 2 damaged trucks in front of you. Tell me about that final restart.
I knew the trucks ahead of me were damaged, and I saw Rick that just used a fast repair. So I sent him a little private message to go 3 wide over there, and I'm just happy he followed me and then got out up front. Did a little bit of blocking, but that's what you kind of got to do. Nothing too egregious, but yeah, he got out front, and then yeah, he won it.
Oh man, nice job. Congratulations on an outstanding finish. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Just my teammates for tonight. Instacart also for coming along and sponsoring my race truck and the podcast. And then my parents watching at home. I know they're excited, so I'm glad they gave me that support. And my girlfriend for letting me race tonight. I got to include her as well.
Oh, well, very nice. Very nice. All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations. An outstanding drive, Zach, and your first win here on Wednesday night.
Thanks, man.
As Zach Workman picking up that most important win. But now let's move on to the driver who finished in second place. That is none other than the 04 of Mark Man. Mark, how about that finish?
Oh man, crazy. I had so much damage there. I didn't feel like I could do much, and I kind of held Rick up a little bit. And, I don't know. I just wish I didn't have damage from a prior wreck. I think I would have had something for him, but congratulations to Zach, though. I mean, he's a good driver. So, yeah, I'll take a second place after all that mayhem.
Well, Mark, the first caution that came out under, or I should say our first attempt at a green-white checkered, Daniel Holloway came up into you. You were able to go through a very lucky situation there. What were you seeing on that one?
Him ghosted through me. I think I saw his oil pan, and I knew I ghosted, and I knew I was lucky. But the caution before that one, I had gotten some damage, fixed it, went out, and I was starting at the tail end of the field, and then they all wrecked for that first green-white checkered, and I just kind of drove through it, made it, thankfully, and that's what got me into that position. And then Dan got into a wreck there, and then that put me in position at the end to at least compete for it. But we all had so much damage up front that I wasn't sure what lines were going to go, and as soon as we got clear, I saw Rick come up behind me, and I knew he was clean, and then I just kind of felt like I was holding him up. Zach was probably one of the only clean cars up there, but it just kind of one of those things where you just wish that you'd use that quick repair. But hindsight's 2020, and I'll take a second place to get us leapfrogging into the playoffs.
Well, you get into the playoffs on points, so a solid night for you here. Congratulations, man. As Mark has disappeared from everything, so if he had to say thank you, I know he would thank Mara Clark and, of course, Rick Seabrands, who gave him a good push, and probably a couple other drivers, but I'm not Mark, so I don't know who all he would like to thank. But let's move on now to our third place finisher, and that is the driver of the number 5, who had to use 2 free passes in a row to get back on the lead lap. JD Crow, you bring this one home in third place with almost an absolute perfect comeback.
Hey, KR, didn't think I'd be here, but hey, I'm glad to be. What a chain of luck I had there, and I'll take it for sure. I was kind of surprised that I found myself on the bottom leading that front row on that last lap, but I kept looking for a chance to pop up in front of Mark, because it'd be Mark, Rick, and I would be in line, but I just didn't want to take a chance and wipe us all out because I couldn't really tell how clear I was. But holy cow, what a race.
Well, man, an outstanding drive. One of the things I always say is you never want to give up, no matter how many laps down you are. And you never gave up. You were, I believe, 2 laps down, got those 2 free passes, had a shot at, once you're back on the lead lap, sometimes that's all it takes to have a great finish. And here you are with it, man. I just want to say, nice job at never giving up.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we had a rough run there. We almost got a lap down because I messed up when we pitted short on that, for the stage, and forgot to turn my tires off. So I took 2 tires, lost contact with the other guys, and fortunately a caution came out there that kept me from going a lap down before the stage. And then yeah, I got tangled up, had a minute and 30 something in optional. Then on that one caution, I believe, actually the caution before that, I thought I had it cleared. I was all the way down on the bottom, and then I just got hammered and blew the motor before I could get to my box, had to tow, and that put me 2 laps down. But then after that, I just kept fighting. Cautions came out. I got 1 back. Then I got my minute plus optional repair fixed. And then lo and behold, with 4 or 5 to go, we get another one. So I was able to get on the lead lap and have a chance. And I'll be dang if we almost pulled it off. So.
Oh man, outstanding drive. Excellent motivation or just a great job. Just a great job. Great job.
I appreciate it. Yeah, anything can happen. You just you're in it till it's over. And fortunately, a lot of people, last race before the chase, a lot of people were desperate for a win to lock in, or they were trying to, get as many bonus points and race points as they could. So they probably took a little more chances than normal. And fortunately, all I had to do is race, and I feel pretty good about our chances in the chase. Though we've had some strong finishes and working with a great team. So let's do it.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah. Thanks to all the guys here in OP that put on these different races for us. I've enjoyed it since I've come over and joined them, and got to thank my sponsors, jconcepts.net down in Groveland, Florida. I think last time we talked, I said it was Ocala. I don't know why I was thinking Ocala. Maybe it was flashback to an old WWF, wrestling announcement or something. But for Jason and the guys down in Groveland at J Concepts, they allow me to run the colors, and I appreciate them for that. You for the broadcast, hope we always create excitement for you to sit on the edge of your seat and share with the fans and the guys that I run with in here, Rick's and Mark and Daniel tonight. We really wanted him to get a win to lock him in, and all the other guys. Sorry, brain's kind of wore out, but they know who they are, and you can't do it without good people. So I appreciate them letting me run with them.
All right, that is JD Crow, your third place finisher. Once again, man, nice job.
Thank you, KR. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. All right, there you go. There are your 3 podium finishing drivers, but we're not quite done just yet, as we were cut off due to technical difficulties. Mark, I did my best to say thank you for you, but I'm sure you'd like to do a much better job than I could have.
Sure. Yeah. Sorry about that. Everything kind of crashed on me. I was talking and nothing was moving around. So I apologize to everybody. Tonight I'd like to give a shout out to Mara. She had to put her dog down today, and it was very sad for her, and I feel really bad. So everybody be thinking about her tonight, and for her family as well. And thanks to Jimmy for everything that he's done in this series to make it really great. Tonight, was an exception. You got to have some of these, crazy races, but it's been a really wonderful Wednesday series. And thank you, KR, and Turn 3 and everything that you guys do. And all my teammates, just appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and congratulations on second place, and good luck in the playoff races that are coming up.
Thanks, brother. I'm the defending champion over here, so I gotta try to step up my game a little bit.
Well, there you go. All right, man. Well, nice job, and thanks for coming back in. Like I said, I did the best for you, but nothing beats hearing it from you.
All right, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Mark Man getting his thank yous in finally. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's take a look at our race results here tonight. Zach Workman picks up his first win, a big win for him, as he said in the post-race interview, absolutely speechless. Mark Man finishing in second. JD Crow brings it home in third with a great comeback drive. Rick Seabrand's fourth. Fifth goes to Adam Evans. Andy Brigante sixth. Seventh, Andrew Schroeder. Zach Fritsch in eighth. Joshua Gaithright ninth. 10th goes to Sean Stevens. Bob Lacavera finishing in 11th. 12th going to Jared Forbes. Jeff Crosby 13th. Richard Kuhn 14th. Randall Cobb 15th. Daniel Holloway 16th. 17th goes to Ken McCullough, and 18th place Dave Hunt. 19th Hunter Reynolds. David Overstreet 20th. Peter DeBorgia 21st. Logan Helton 22nd. 23rd Jimmy Reynolds. Ricky Kuhn 24th. 25th Chris McCullough. John Mankowski 26th. 27th Anthony English, and Shane Posey finishing in 28th spot. So that is going to do it for us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I know I, as heck, did, and it was an excellent nail biter of a race from start to finish. So don't miss out next Wednesday night as we start playoff race number 1. 3-round race in that one, and we will whittle that down from 16 to 8. So until I see y'all next Wednesday night, y'all stay safe and have a good night.